Day 2 of our Canadian trip landed on Thanksgiving Day for Canadians. Nothing is really open, and you really shouldn't plan to meet with anybody on that day because everybody is with their families, unless, of course, they are super dedicated. Like Stephanie Dufault came out on her Thanksgiving Day to meet us and talk about filming on the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, where Arnie used to work. This first picture is me. I woke up super early to see the sunrise and to kind of ground myself in Canada at the bridge before the filming began. I brought my Arnie card with me, and I just felt like he really was going to be there with me. As I said, Stephanie Dufault came out to meet with me on the bridge. This is access most people don't allow, are not allowed. It felt really special standing up there and excited about what we could possibly film the next week. I met Sony, our camera person, shortly after that, and Doug, he was amazing as well. When I met Sony, we locked eyes, and I felt like there was a really deep level of connection between us, and I immediately felt relieved and relaxed knowing that she was going to be taking this footage. She really is so wonderful, and so is Doug. Amazing. Another person that they brought along was George, and George was such a wonderful support. He always wore a flannel shirt through every single shoot, and that made me feel so at ease. I just felt like our energy, our synergies. What is the word? We got along. It was a wonderful team. We did some shooting at Niagara Falls, and there were a lot of people watching us, wondering what we were doing, and I was faced with a lot of emotion standing there. I didn't expect to feel the way I felt immediately. I think when Arnie passed away, I just never cried about it, and this washed over me, that I felt that he would have been there with me, and that since he wasn't there with me, I felt emotional. So my thought was that I could maybe keep that under control for the whole time, the whole week, but it just kind of came pouring out of me the minute I stood there by myself in front of the falls. Our drive up north was fun. We stopped at a rest stop and had photos with moose, and that's when the rain started. I did not enjoy driving in the rain. That was not fun for me. And also I knew that the road between Cobalt and North Bay was closed because of the weather. I was very concerned about it. We pulled into Barrie for just a split second in this pouring rain to pick up 3 ginormous bins of food from Sherry and John Alexander. Literally, we pull into the Starbucks. They're standing there. They put all this fabulous food in our car, and we got back on the 400 going north. It was amazing to see them, and I knew we would be back. But wow, what friends to come out on Thanksgiving with food for us, for all of us. When we landed at the Airbnb, we were so impressed by it. It's called the best spot on Lake Nipissing, and they're not kidding. You have a private beachfront, and there are rooms in this house that are like, you go into one room and then you think, okay, well, here's the next room, and then there's this part of the house, and then this part. We loved it. There was a fabulous table where we got to eat together, and there was also a living room. There were 2 living rooms so that everybody had their own private space. In fact, there was also a little screened-in room out in the front of the house where I made some phone calls. It was a magical place. I would highly recommend it. And it's a great deal if you think. We had 4 to 5 people staying, and our host was just wonderful. So I would absolutely recommend this place. And here's a photo of us having our Thanksgiving dinner together, talking about the shoot and planning for what was next. What an awesome first day. And I'm glad we made it. Sony and I opened the back door to the most amazing wind and view that I'd seen in a very long time.